Okay, now YouTube, welcome back to the channel here today now, and we're going to be making a video out of this large log back here. Now, I think this is a poplar log, and it's a pretty good size. It's one of the larger logs that are out here, and it's just in a good position. If you saw my wood lot tour now, I talked about this log, and you can see that it's up on a bit of a hill, so I can take a slice off and kind of roll it down and work with it down in here and get it split up. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm not going to process this whole log today. I've just kind of wanted to make a video with my new saw and play with that log. It's a good sized piece of wood. I don't have my tape measure with me, but I do have my moisture meter, so we'll take a moisture meter reading on that piece of wood. I showed you the crack in it, but it's got a deep crack. It's been sitting out here over a year or so, so the end of it's going to be pretty dry here for the first 6-8 inches at least. So we will take a moisture meter reading on it. And I'm sorry I forgot my tape measure. So we don't know the exact size on that piece of wood, but it's pushing 30 inches or more. It's going to take, I got a 28-inch bar, and it's going to take cutting it from both sides. But just for fun, I was going to take a slice off of that and make some firewood out of it today. And then I got to get to work. I want to go ahead and process a couple more loads of wood while I'm here, and I'm not going to film at all. I might turn on and show you what it looks like when I'm done, but for the immediate video, we're just going to be playing with this log, taking a slice out of it, and I'll probably come back later and do some more work on it later. But there's some maple and some ash and some other wood that's going to be easier to work with and dries faster and all that type of thing right now. And you know, there's a lot of oak in here, but the oak dries so slow, I don't want to start processing it. I want to hurry up and get several loads of wood that I can sell this winter, later this winter, so I don't run out of wood. So that's my priority right now. Let's just get on here. Let me get all suited up here and get my saw out and all my chaps on and all my safety gear and everything, and then we'll take a slice off of this and just cut it down, noodle it down into some wood, and that'll kind of be the video for today. We'll just see how this the Stihl 462 CM does on a piece of wood that big. It's got a 28-inch bar on it, like I said, and I think I'm going to have to go from both sides now. And I'm hoping I don't get my saw into the mud down there. It is in a pretty nice position, but I mean, a log that heavy is going to sink down into the ground a little bit, so I don't really want to get my saw into the dirt first thing off. This is the first thing I've done today, so hopefully I don't get into the mud on it down there, because there is some dirt on the bottom of that bark too, so I'm not thrilled about that. Anyways, let's just see. Now again, I think this log is poplar. I'm not positive. It could be ash, but I think it's poplar. So I think we got a poplar piece of wood, and let's just cut it up and buck it up and just see how the saw does, what it looks like inside. All right, now that went pretty good. I think that is poplar. You can see the sawdust kind of has a little bit of a green color to it. If I'm not mistaken, probably poplar. Now I got a real straight cut on that piece of wood. I was worried about my cut being uneven on a piece that big, but I got my saw sharpened the other day, and it appeared to do really well. It went pretty straight, so I got a nice straight cut on it. And that looks like nothing. That's a 16-inch round there, and it looks just tiny on that piece of wood, but that is 16 inches. So let me just go ahead. I think that thing's broke off except for at the very bottom, and that's good because I don't want to go through the mud there on that bark. So let me just see if it'll roll off of there, or I'll flip it over, or roll it off like a big old pancake. And then we'll noodle it down and see what it looks like in there. We'll take a moisture reading on the inside and see what a log that big, see how the moisture content is. I mean, I showed you that crack on it so you can see it's been drying and cracking. We'll see how far that crack goes, and then we'll take a moisture reading and just see how dry it is inside there. So here we go. Let me roll it off of that little hill there. Perfect. Now you can see that bark there. I didn't go through to the ground, which is good. I saved my saw out there. Nice cut on that wood, and it's solid. There's that crack right there, so the crack is still running in there. Let me bring y'all in closer here. Sorry about the angle. You can see that crack. It's still running through that wood, so it has been getting a little bit of drying, and I can say that that definitely is poplar. You can see that kind of yellowish greenish color in there. That's some poplar wood. So let me get my moisture meter out and take a reading on that and just see how it see what it looks like there. Okay, let me get a moisture reading on this now. It does feel pretty damp. I think it's going to be pretty high moisture content, but this wood should dry pretty fast. It's been down for a long time. Let's see what this says here. Now we're getting 35% in there, and I can feel the moisture in it. It's a wet piece of wood. So 33 right there. Wow, I got 50 out on the edges of this thing, so it's been soaking up some water out of the ground there. It's a wet piece of wood. I'm kind of disappointed in that. I thought it would be a little more dry, but it's been sitting out here in the dirt a long time. So, and the wood being as large as it is, it hasn't lost a lot of moisture. But I'm going to go ahead and buck that up and make some firewood out of it and get it drying. But I can just see that was what was on the ground right here, and I can see that it has been soaking up a little bit of moisture. Anyways, it's still some good wood. There's a lot of good wood in this piece of wood on this log, obviously, but it's going to take a little time to dry. So let me get going on noodling this down. Okay, now I got that wood bucked up, and I appreciate you guys joining me today. Now I just did a live on this wood, so if you follow the channel, you may have seen this in the live stream that I did, and this will be a few weeks later down the road now, but there's the mess that I made, and now I got to get all this junk split up here. So everything went really well there. My new saw, I just love it. It's such a nice saw, and it had no problem with that piece of wood. It went right through it, and I did get off my groove a little bit. You can see right here, that's where I got off my groove, and it wouldn't split on me, so that was a little bit embarrassing. You saw that on the live stream, but something happened. I just got off my groove somehow when I was working around the other side of that piece of wood. So anyways, stuff happens, but I really appreciate you guys joining me and watching the video now. And don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Stay tuned for the videos. And here's that pile of wood. After I got it split up, it's some nice looking wood, and poplar is a lighter wood, so that'll dry pretty fast. Probably within a month it'll be ready to burn. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that little video of that log. We're going to do more of that. There's some other big wood out there. So I wanted to transition and just show a little bit of footage of this salamander. I found another one of these little guys. Now, they're really neat looking salamanders, and they live in my backyard all over the place. So they keep turning up, and this one is a little baby. It's hard to tell how small he is, but he's on the smaller side, and I almost kept him as a pet now and put him in my aquarium. I got a 55-gallon aquarium, but I just don't want to have to clean it up and everything. So I took this little guy out here to that natural spring. If you saw the video about the sinkhole that's forming back behind my neighborhood, this is that natural spring, and I almost fell over right there. Excuse me. But it's a really nice place for a salamander to live, and there is flowing water right now. It's September, end of August, but it flows year-round, and so he's going to be a nice little cave dweller now, and I just thought that was a neat little spot for a salamander, so hopefully he can find some friends out there. That's the only thing I feel bad about, is they live in my backyard somewhere, and there's water in there somewhere in the shade. They live in my wood pile, and they find enough water and bugs to eat. But hopefully there's some that are hiding around that little stream somewhere, and he can have some friends, and hopefully, you know, make some babies and everything, and continue to grow the population, because those are just neat-looking little lizards, salamanders, whatever they are, you know what I mean. But here he goes. Now he just kind of crawls into some leaves and finds a little place, and hopefully that's good enough. I mean, he's going to move around. I could try to put him in a better spot, but he's got legs. He can walk around in there, and there's plenty of sticks and leaves and stuff naturally, so I didn't really put any more rocks down. But there's a little rescue mission. Gave him a new home. Thanks for watching. See you next time.